What's going on, guys? This is RNF, Ryan Nintendo Freak, back again with another video. This is my first video that I'm actually filming for the beginning or the start of the new year. So I'm sorry that I haven't made a video about this with the beginning of the new year, just like getting back into the swing of things, like all that stuff, like right after the holidays and everything. So yeah. So anyways, for this video, I've been meaning to do this video since that the announcement trailer dropped for the Nintendo Switch 2. And I just never really got around to doing it because I was always just kind of busy and everything with my personal job and stuff, so I never got around to it. So then I just had like this free time right now. Yesterday... So today, as I'm filming this video, it is January 31st. So yesterday, I filmed another video going over my limited run Switch games collection. So yeah, so stay tuned for that. I was gonna upload this video, that video, and then I postponed it because I've been really wanting to make this kind of video. So that's what I'm doing today. Well, it's not really my reaction, it's more me just giving my thoughts on what I think about the Nintendo Switch 2 with the announcement trailer and stuff, but I guess that's kind of like my reaction, even though that I'm going to be giving my thoughts. But anyways, so yeah, so I got my trusty phone right here, and I am going to go onto YouTube and look up the trailer. So right when it kicks up, you see just the standard, regular, original Nintendo Switch, and then you see the screen just enlarge. And when I first watched the trailer, I was kind of thinking, oh, so this is going to be just a bigger version of the original Switch. Like, the screen's not going to be bigger. So I thought that, like, the screen was going to be the same size as the original, the frame was going to be, like, the same size. And then they were just going to, like, make it larger so then the screen would look somewhat bigger. And then I just realized something too as I watched it like just now or kind of more recently is it looks like the screen is going to be larger as well. So I think they did listen to the fans and did kind of like what they did with the OLED version, to where the OLED was just the same size as this Switch, and they made the screen bigger and they made the frame shorter. So what they're going to do with this newer upgraded version of the Switch is that not only that the Switch is going to be a little bit bigger than the original, but the frame is going to be smaller too. So the screen's going to be larger. So that's an A+. So I do really appreciate that. Everything around the console itself pretty much looks like it's going to be the same. The volume button, the power button, and everything, everything still looks kind of the same. The headphone jack and stuff. And then they showed the kickstand is a little bit better with this one than I thought with the original Switch, because a story right here. So with the original Switch's kickstand, it was just this little corner right here, and it looks a little flimsy though too. Before I actually started filming this video, I actually kind of thought like this kickstand was a little bit more flimsy, but it's a little flimsy, but it's not too bad. But I mean, like, it's just like, just having this little kickstand, like, actually holding up, like, this whole entire console, like, I think that's gonna be, like, a little bit, like, a little too much on the kickstand. That's what I kind of feel like. But I just do remember a little story right here. So when the original Switch came out, they were just such high demand. I remember that it was pretty hard for me to getting my hands on my Switch. And then my cousin was also having a hard time as well. But when he finally got his, he was super stoked. He was very excited. So then when he came over to my house, I think during Thanksgiving or Christmas, it was one of the two holidays, and he was just super pumped. He was like, oh my god, look at this. I finally got the Switch and everything. And he wanted to play Super Smash Bros. Or it might have been Mario Kart. And when he flicked open the kickstand, he was super excited that the kickstand actually snapped off. Then when they did the OLED version, which was the slightly upgraded version of the original Switch, it was the entire bottom of the Switch where it was the kickstand. So it was actually able to hold the whole entire system, which is honestly really nice. Then with this new Nintendo Switch 2, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, okay, it looks a little thinner, like, as, like, It looks a little thinner, but they kind of kept the same idea or the same premise as like the OLED version, to where it's thin, but it holds the whole entire Switch. So it's not just relying on the one side holding like up the whole entire console. So it's a little bit thinner, so it's still holding the entire system because it starts from one end all the way over to the other side. And also the new feature that I like as well with the new kickstand is you can actually adjust it. So it's like with the original Switch, it was only just the one way. Like you open the kickstand and it only just sat up like in one position and that was it. And then now with this newer kickstand, you can actually adjust it to where like you can actually make it tilt even more, which I think that is really awesome. One of the biggest things that I really do appreciate with this new Nintendo Switch 2 is not only that the console itself is going to get a larger upgraded version, but the Joy-Cons as well. And like I said, that's one of the biggest things that I really do appreciate, because with these Joy-Cons, since that they're going to be slightly bigger, and also I did notice as well in the trailer that the side triggers as well, not just the Joy-Cons, but the side triggers as well are going to be raised a little bit as well. So hopefully with these newer, larger Joy-Cons, maybe it might be a little bit easier to like navigate the side, using the side triggers, or even like using the joystick or something. The other thing that's going to be really cool with the new Joy-Cons for the Nintendo Switch 2 is the mouse feature, because then it gives Nintendo a little bit more different types of like other games that they can do, or actually like even like you can like probably use it in existing games already, but it gives them more opportunities to do even more creative games, to actually where you could use the mouse feature to where you can have the Joy-Con just sitting on its side and you could just steer it around and click these and the R and the ZR whatever buttons and just use it like a mouse, which I think that's going to be really cool, because like you can even like use it for Super Mario Maker, to where like you can like actually like when you're creating a course, you can actually click the items and like put them where you want to go. And then also another thing though too, I don't even know if they added this to the Super Nintendo Online selection or whatever, but Mario Paint for the Super Nintendo Online subscription, that would be really cool, to where like now they can add Mario Paint. I don't know if it's even added to the Switch Online, but if you could actually like have the new mouse feature, like they can actually add Mario Paint if it's not even added to the Super Nintendo library for the online subscription, then they can add Mario Paint, or do Mario Paint 2, or like a new version of Mario Paint, to where like you can like add it to the Nintendo Switch. It doesn't even have to be the Super Nintendo Online. And then like you can like just like a lot of like opportunities to like have like a mouse feature for games or something. That's just going to be very sick. And the last and final thing that it shows towards the ending of the announcement trailer is that the new Nintendo Switch 2, it looks like that it's going to be able to play, not only that it's going to get its own exclusive games, but it's also going to be playing games from the original system as well. Which I think that's going to be really cool, because regardless, I'm going to get the new Switch when that comes out. So I'm going to be moving like all my data and save states and everything like that. Like I'm going to be moving everything to the new Switch. So that's going to be like my new main Nintendo Switch that I'll be using. So it's just going to be, so it's kind of like, I really do appreciate, because I have a huge Switch collection. So if I'm going to be moving everything to the new Switch, I'll be playing like, I'm going to be wanting to play like all my original games, because that's where all my save stuff is. That's where I'm going to be wanting to play like all my original Switch games will be on that. So to being able to play like its own exclusive games and being able to play like the other Switch games that came out for the original Switch, that's going to be really cool, because that just seems like that they took the ideas what they did with the 3DS, to where the 3DS had its own exclusive games, but it was able to play DS games. Like, yeah, like I was playing a regular DS game in this. I was playing Captain America on my 3DS. But yeah, but anyways, I think that's a cool add-on that they did to that. So yeah, but overall, for this announcement trailer, because for this first trailer that they did, they just showed off the console itself. And they do advertise that they are going to have a direct or like another trailer it's not another trailer. It's going to be a direct that's going to come out, I believe, in April. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's in April. But they're going to dive in more in depth or going into more details about what the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be and all that stuff, to where like hopefully it's going to show more gameplay, like how the game's going to be running, or the game's going to be running in 4K or in all that stuff. That's what I'm looking forward to, or what I'm waiting for, because I'm hoping that they are going to like update with like how the games run and like glitches and all that stuff. But yeah, but overall, I'm extremely excited. So comment down below what you guys think about the new Nintendo Switch 2, on how it looks and stuff. I would like to hear your guys' thoughts. And also, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.